Throughout the Bible, we hear of many ways we can love God. In Isaiah 54:5, Ephesians 5:31 through 32, and throughout the entire book of Revelation, among other places, we hear about how God is our husband. In Isaiah 66:13, Isaiah 49:15, Deuteronomy 32:18, and Luke 13:34, we hear about how God is our mother. In Isaiah 64:8, Psalm 103:13, Matthew 5:48, and 2 Corinthians 6:18, among many, many other places, we hear about how God is our Father. In Acts 2:18, and throughout all of Paul's letters, we hear time and time again about how God is our master. During the Christmas season specifically, we think about the unique relationship Mary had with God, being God's mother. But Joseph, in a way, also has a unique relationship with God. I believe Joseph had the unique opportunity to love God as a brother. If anyone's confused with what I'm talking about, I'm thinking about levirate marriage. Back among the ancient Israelites, it wouldn't be unheard of for a man to raise someone else's children and to care for someone else's wife, but be married to them as well. This practice is levirate marriage, where a man would marry his deceased brother's wife, which would be his sister-in-law. We read in Deuteronomy 25, verses 5 through 7, or verses 5 through 10, if brothers are living together and one of them dies without a son, his widow must not marry outside the family. Her husband's brother shall take her and marry her and fulfill the duty of a brother-in-law to her. The first son she bears shall carry on the name of the dead brother, so that his name will not be blotted out from Israel. This continues and shows how it can go wrong. However, if a man does not want to marry his brother's wife, she shall go to the elders at the town gate and say, my husband's brother refuses to carry on his brother's name in Israel. He will not fulfill the duty of a brother-in-law to me. Then the elders of his towns shall summon him and talk to him. If he persists in saying, I do not want to marry her, his brother's widow shall go up to him in the presence of the elders, take off one of his sandals, spit in his face, and say, this is what is done to the man who will not build up his brother's family line. That man shall be known in Israel as the family of that man's line shall be known in Israel as the family of the unsandaled. So this, if you want to see another example of levirate marriage not working out well, you can look at Genesis chapter 38, at the story of Tamar and Onan. But we know a lot about how Joseph loved Mary, and he didn't want to disgrace her when he didn't realize that she was pregnant with God, and the Son of God, Jesus. He didn't want to disgrace her still. He didn't want her shamed, exiled, or killed, so he planned to do away with her quietly. But he also loved God. Just as a man who loves his brother would care for his sister-in-law and provide a son for his deceased brother, Joseph loved God, and he cared for Mary, and he raised God's son, Jesus. So I think levirate marriage is just a very interesting look at the unique way that Joseph was able to love and care for God as both kind of a stepfather through Jesus, but then as sort of a brother-in-law or a brother through God the Father. I just thought that was really interesting. Happy Advent, Merry Christmas to you all.